Greetings Highlanders fans, and welcome to GoHighlanders.com's coverage of the 2012 UC Riverside volleyball team. The preseason is in full swing, and the season opener is quickly approaching, so we sat down with head coach Ron Larsen to get his take on the upcoming season. Coach Larsen, thanks so much for joining us today.
My pleasure.
Now, you just returned from London, where you were an assistant coach for the USA men's indoor Olympic volleyball team. Tell Highlanders fans a little bit about your experience across the pond.
Well, I think it's always a great honor to be able to represent your country, to have USA across your back, to go there and play for your country, and for my case, to coach for my country. So I think it's just this wonderful honor, and it's a chance to have players who are the best players in the world and the best coaches in the world, and compete on, for us, the biggest stage there is.
Now, before we talk about this season, let's briefly look back at 2011. Last year's team tied the program record for most wins in Big West play, including a 3-2 victory over league champion Long Beach State. What do the returners take from last season into this one?
Well, I think it's a positive step, because all of a sudden you play the best teams in your conference, and you show that you can compete with them, and you can in fact not only compete, but you can win some of those matches. So I think that's a positive, because before that you're not sure. You're not sure, can you win this match or can't you win this match? So all of a sudden you see this as a possibility, and so I think that's a real positive step for our players, to look at this and play these matches, and and realize that if we can do what we want to do, and that is play one point at a time, and play this point and then that point, and play by play, we can be successful. So I think they take that hopefully into this season with the idea that okay, we've been there, we know how to do this.
You only lost one senior last year due to graduation, who's setter Katie Myers, but you have a core group of returners, including all-conference performers Amanda Villalpando and Shelby LaDuff, and all-freshman team selection Megan Riza. What do you look for out of these players this season?
Well, I think it was encouraging to see them step up and play as well as they did last season. Of course, we expect them to continue that and to play a little bit better. They will be a year older, they'll have more time, they'll have touched the ball more. So we hope that they can continue their progress and continue their improvement. For this team to do really well, all three of them have to play better than they did last year, with more confidence, and they have to lead a little bit more. They have to be able to be the people that everybody wants them to be. So I think what we're looking for them to be is to step up and be role models out there on the court, and to be willing to take a pretty heavy load of our play, both offensively and defensively.
And which other returners do you see as significant contributors this season? Yeah,
I've always looked at this as being a team, and so we have 12 people that are going to be dressed up, and so I think all 12 of them play significant roles. Obviously, we have a core group of seniors that we're going to have. We're going to have Bianca Endersby. She's a senior and she's an outside, and we expect her to play well. So I think we have two middles who are both going to be. We have Anisha McCoy, who's going to be a junior, and Tyler Dorsey, who's going to be a sophomore. We expect a lot out of Nish and Tyler. We expect both of them to be able to come in and play at a good level. Nish particularly, because I think Nish is, this is her third year in the program, and she's gotten better every year. So I think those two particularly, and then we have Megan Patterson, who was our libero, and she's a really good passer. I think Courtney Lewin-Pazinski is going to have to come up and set, and she's going to be one of our setters, and she's going to have some challenges by a couple of freshmen. And I think for me that's the big thing. We're going to have some competition in all the positions, and if we can compete for those positions and earn the right to play, because it's a meritocracy out here, then we'll be pretty good, as long as we learn how to compete for each and every point.
And you briefly mentioned your freshmen. You do have 5 of them, and so which of those players do you see, making the contributions on the court?
Yeah, we have 5 freshmen. I think all 5 of them can make some kind of impact somewhere along the way. I think, Ashley Cox is coming in as an outside. I think she's someone that we hope can get on the court. She's dynamic, she's quick, she jumps well, she's got a good volleyball IQ, so I think she'll help us. But then we have 2 setters that are coming in, and I think it's essential that both of them come in and really compete and push Courtney for that setting position. So Emily Borges and Alyssa Abijaya, I think both of them can do a really nice job for us and give us some competition in that position, which is what we really need more than anything else. and then we have 2 walk-on liberos, and we're excited about both of them. I think they can come in and they can get some time, and they can be a defensive specialist, or perhaps they can push Megan in for the starting libero spot.
Now, your coaching staff has had great continuity over the past couple years, as assistant coach Brianna Kochi is entering her 4th season, and assistant coach Mike Terrell his 2nd. What does this type of consistency do for your program?
Well, first, it allowed me to go to London with the USA men's team. If I had not had Brianna and Mike, I couldn't have left. I would have had to stay here because they're here. I knew that I could miss the first 3 or 4 days of preseason, and I knew that they could take care of things, and I knew that I could be gone and they would be taking care of things in the office while I was gone. So it's essential to have people that you have complete faith in. We believe in the same things philosophically on training, so I don't have to worry about what they're going to do when I'm not here. They're going to be on the same page, and it's we're all invested in the same process, and that's to try to make this program a winning program. So I think as long as you have coaches that are invested the same as you are and believe as you do, then it makes my life significantly easier.
It's been a year now since the Johnson Family Practice Center received a facelift. Last year you touched upon how different it was to practice in there, and what do you think now going into year 2?
It's been great. It's definitely been a nice change. It's fun to go into the practice arena. It's fun to go out there, and it still feels new, and there's more space, and it's brighter, and it makes a big difference for us.
Hawaii officially joined the Big West Conference on July 1st. The Rainbow Wahine volleyball team is consistently ranked among the top 25 in the nation, and they were picked number 8 in the preseason poll that came out this week. It's no surprise that the Big West coaches picked Hawaii to finish in 1st place in the league this season. Why are they the favorites, and what other teams are going to challenge them this year?
Well, they're the favorites because of tradition. They're the favorites because they've been one of the top teams in the country for a long period of time. I think Long Beach has the possibility of challenging them. They've had a nice program. They've done some things there. They've got tradition. So I think they, first and foremost, are the team I look at to challenge them the most.
And where do you see the Highlanders fitting into the mix of Big West teams?
Well, we'd like to be above 500. We'd like to be somewhere in the mix where we feel like we're competitive every day we walk into the arena. Every day we play, we have the ability to win a match.
Well, great. Thanks so much for your time, Coach, and good luck throughout the 2012 season.
Thank you.
The UC Riverside volleyball team gets its 2012 season underway against Farley Dickinson on Friday, August 24th, in Game 1 of the Hofstra ASICS Invitational in Hempstead, New York. The Highlanders' home season gets underway on Friday, September 21st at the SRC Arena as Hawaii travels to the Inland Empire for a 7 p.m. start. General admission tickets start as low as $4, and undergraduate students are admitted free with their school ID. For additional information, please visit GoHighlanders.com or contact the Athletics Ticket Office at 951-827-4653.